Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Lower Leagues podcast. I'm Alan, as usual. I'm joined by Mike. No Dan or Stephen tonight. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Dan. That's good evening, Dan. He's not even here. Good evening,
Good start.
Alan. Good start. Good evening, Tyler, as well. Tyler's our special guest.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll bring you in a minute, Tyler. So good to see you, mate. Yeah, and good to see
yeah.
you, Alan. And Dan and Stephen, yeah, not here. So I don't know why I said hello to Dan. I've had a long
No,
weekend.
well, yeah.
I've headed too
Stephen,
many
Stephen,
footballs.
yeah. I think Stephen's unavailable tonight. Last minute unavailability, and Dan, I think he can't make because he's on another call with some sort of rugby people.
Yeah,
But so it's just me and you, Mike. But let's start off with you. How was your weekend? You made your debut for the Shanger
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Premier League.
Controversial signing for someone from Hanslow. Well, yeah. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, we played Bletchley Scots. I
Yeah,
would describe them as a typical Bletchley Scots team. But it was quite good because they played into my hands because they were like quite physical and direct. So
yeah.
yeah, it was good. We won 3-1. Um, it only took them 17 minutes to start taking the piss out of my age. Uh, and in all fairness, I should have scored.
Yeah.
I'm cursed in front of goal at the moment. I blazed the header over the bar. I should have buried it, but we soon shut them up. But we played well, played really well. I think they had one shot, I think, all game.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, yeah. So it was good. Loads of new signings. I think MK Wanderers have folded, so Dean's Zanger picked up loads of their players.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. So I think I've probably that must be a record, isn't it? The oldest debutant at 49, I'd imagine for a
Got to be.
team.
I think it's got to be in the North Bucks. It's got to be.
It's got to be up there. So I just need to get Tyler's dad out of retirement now, and then we can. I told him earlier on, Tyler, about the back of your dad's head. You know,
Oh yeah.
he always moans at me because I used to clap. I just used to head at the back of his head, and he reckons all my teeth got stuck in there. But then I signed him. I signed his dad. So
Yeah. Did it feel
yeah,
good? Because you missed a lot of football last season due to being sort of kicked out or you left stupidly.
dropped. First time ever, got dropped.
Yeah.
49 getting
Um.
dropped. Yeah,
So was
no,
it good
yeah,
being
it's
back?
good. Yeah, I did a long run on the. I went running on the Friday, did my normal run, and I run 10K on the morning of the game, which was good. And it was funny though. One of the lads who was, we had about three set pieces in the first 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
then they started sending me up for the throw-ins as well because the lad's got a long throw. And then the right back was like, "Are you going to be all right, Kingy, by getting up and down? You're not going to have a heart attack or something." And I was like, "I've just done 10K, you cheeky little sod." Uh, but yeah, no, felt fine. Felt fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's good.
Brilliant.
Did you do a
Brilliant. Dan,
scouting mission then? Were you
I did a
scouting?
scouting mission. I've joined joined Step Forward Club Enfield FC. I was messaged by one of their coaches, their first team coach, and he knew I did a little bit of scouting before, and he asked if I wanted to do it for him because a lot of the clubs in the league that they're in the Southern League Central, so you've got the Aylesbury's, Leightons, Burkos, and they're all sort of in and around us here, where I live here in Leighton Buzzard, so they're easy for me to get to. And rather than employ someone from North London to travel, they've asked me to do it. So yeah, so I was at
So
Leighton Town.
when we see you over at Dean's Anger, does that mean that I'm finally getting the call?
No, I'm not a recruitment scout. I'm scouting opposition.
Oh, right, okay, that's fair enough.
But yeah, so I was at Leighton Town watching them play a young MK Don side, which was a good
All right.
game.
Yeah, good. Good. I watched Tyler
But yeah,
there last year, stood next to his dad, his mum and dad, actually. I watched you at Leighton, Tyler.
What was the score?
You won, didn't you? You won about 4-1 and it was it
Ah,
4-1?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, because I literally I was hot phoning it back. I'd been working in the morning and I thought I'm gonna just quickly pop in to Leighton. I didn't know they were playing you, and then the first person I saw was your dad. So I was like, yeah, all right. Uh, yeah, we just stood on the. Your dad was moaning at the opposition
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
fans. You know what he's like. I was
Yeah.
calming him down. Cool.
well, look, yeah. So look, why don't you to everyone that's watching, because we are on YouTube, everyone that's watching, Mike, why don't you introduce, I guess, to our viewers, and
Yeah, so I
where
dropped
he's from.
Tyler in. Yeah, sorry, I dropped Tyler a message today. So, Tyler, how old were you been when you joined Anslope? 16?
16, yeah.
Yeah, because I think we just I think I'd maybe I just but I think I played a couple of games, didn't I? When like
Yeah.
they were I just finished playing for Anslope, and but I was playing for the vets, and then they were a bit short in a couple of games, and then Tyler came along, and then I really because was your dad did your dad play in one game with us as well?
Yeah, it was, I think it was only one that we managed to play together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
So
think it was one.
I know Tyler from obviously for ages. So his dad Steve used to score the goals for when Santander had a Saturday team. He was a good striker actually, a big busting striker, weren't he? And a good goalkeeper, Tyler. But you won't say that, will you?
No, he was good.
Yeah.
But he spent a lot of his time playing up front when I was.
Yeah, yeah. And I only ever remember him playing up front, and I then got to know him because I think Santander got promoted to the
Yeah,
Prem.
yeah, they
So I
did.
used to mark him all the time, and then we always used to laugh because we would just be clashing head, just clashed heads, teeth going everywhere, noses going everywhere. It was beautiful. And then I found out he lived in Hanslope. So when I became a player manager, I was like, "Big Steve, you're going to come and sign for me." And so he came and signed for me, and then we played, yeah, Hanslope together. Then Saturdays, and then Tyler emerged on the scene, and I'll never forget Tyler. It was at the first season when you won the two cup finals, and you
Yeah, I think
pulled off a save
that
at
was for the
Road.
Rezzies, wasn't it?
Yeah, you pulled off a save at Road, and I think I was standing near your mum or next to your mum. Um, don't get any ideas. I was just standing next to you. You do look a bit like me, though, Tyler. I was just standing next to your mum, and I was like, "That is one of the best saves I've ever seen." So I'm not gonna, but it was, mate. It was incredible. And my son remembered you because I think the day we played, my son would have been really young. Did he warm you up?
He might have.
Yeah, I think
Potentially
he
might
came
have,
on because
yeah.
he keeps saying, "Are you speaking to Tyler?" Because I warmed up. I'm pretty certain Henry would have been about three, and he waddled onto the pitch, and
Yeah.
he. But I don't think you let one in. Typical. But
Yeah,
yeah,
same
so
day.
that's how I know Tyler, and he's Real Bedford's custodian. Great goalkeeper. Great
Have you
goalkeeper.
always known him? Because
So
obviously you've known him for since he was younger, but has he always shown that sort of brilliance in goal
well, I just
that you thought he could go a bit further?
well, you just come on the sideline, Tyler, when you're little, didn't you? At Hanslope, I used to see you a little bit there, but you'd be in an MK Dons kit, so I presumed you were at the Dons, were you?
Yeah, so I was at the Dons from what, under 11s till about under 15s. But I just used to come and watch Dad like relentlessly. Whether it was at Abbey, whether it was at Pottersbury, whether it was Hanslope, I was pretty much there every game. Um, but yeah, it was Dons at the time when I was young, and then it would have been Newport Pagnell that we would have played in the weeks, and then I stopped playing for Newport and came to play for Hanslope for a bit.
And do you think that was, look, because I'm a big advocate of this, right? I sincerely mean this, that I know it's a shit standard that Hanslope played in, and it is, and we know that, but how good was that for you at your age then?
I mean, for me at 16, being able to play against men that are like, well, anywhere older than me up to God knows what age, it's
Be careful.
it's
And Mike was already in his 40s by that point, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
no, it was just the it's good to put myself in that sort of position.
Hmm.
Just because the difference between playing against kids my age and then having to deal with someone that's maybe not had a great week and just wants to smash somebody,
Yeah.
it makes you a bit more game smart. Um, and I think that probably benefited me a lot more than I thought it would have. Um, just because I knew how to go about the game a little bit better.
Well, I
Uh,
think you were very calm, Tyler, because I do remember a game we played. One of the games we played was at home, and I think maybe. Do you remember Dino? It was like me and Dean Rental or someone at the
yeah, yeah,
back, and but you were like because I'd gone up. I remember going up to you before the game, and I didn't, I just thought, oh, older head, blah blah blah, and I was like, just give us the ball, we're fine. And you were like, yeah, give me the ball as well. And I remember during the game, you were like really good with your feet, which to be
yeah,
honest, at North Bucks level, you don't normally get keepers who are great with their feet. Um, but you could see then that you had good feet on you then. But yeah, I'm a big advocate of like I started playing men's football at 15, and I think it's the best thing you can do. Been playing youth football. I always encourage people to go and play men's football. I think it's the best thing you can do, and it also makes you grow a little bit. There'd have been a few characters in that Hanslope changing room, weren't there?
Yeah, no, the characters is an understatement, I think. But no, I completely agree with you. I think getting into men's football as soon as you can, like no matter what the level is, really, it can only be seen as a positive. Just because it helps you massively, and you might not realize it at the time because you're like, I'm getting absolutely bullied by these grown men, but it does massively benefit you a couple of years down the line.
Yeah,
What? So where did you go then from there after Hanslope?
So at the time of playing for Hanslope, I was starting off at MK College doing my like my studies. Then I left Hanslope, went and played for MK College because they went into a Saturday league against men's teams. That was really good. Playing a little bit higher. It wasn't much higher than what Hanslope were.
it was the division up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was literally just a division above, but
Yeah.
even still, it was you're playing against people that are
Is this the
pretty much.
sorry, Todd. Is this the same MK College that currently play in the Spartan Div 2?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Um, and that was the first season that we'd properly tried to get a men's football team together. Um, and we did pretty well. We we won I don't know what the trophy was called. I think it was like the league trophy or something. Ended up winning that on penalties. And then that was obviously my last year of college anyway. So I then went from college straight over to Real Bedford, which I was quite fortunate to get just because I know people from college that were able to get me in the door, I guess.
It was just
Just Daniel's joining us.
Dan has finally joined us after his little rugby meeting. Good evening, Dan.
Evening, buddy. You all right?
Yes, good. We're
Daniel,
Hold on. We're doing this raw. We're just going to go straight in the car.
we normally
I thought you was on a Zoom call or something. I didn't think you was actually out at a
No,
meeting.
it was a physical teaching kids to tackle in rugby. Wrong shape ball.
I thought he was going to start
Yeah.
driving then.
No. Fucking hell, mate. That'd be it. BP, P45, job done. Oh,
Well,
We're
as
just
you can see,
talking
Dan,
about
we've got Tyler on. We're just going through his career so far. So if you've got anything you want to add, jump
is it better
in.
than Kingies?
Sorry?
Is it as long as Kingies?
Nah, God no.
but Miles better.
I like the way Kingy lives up to it though. He does look like he's in a dungeon in the 1830s with a
It's all my
candle
books. It's just all.
under his face.
I'm an avid reader and I'm the intellectual centre half they call me, Dan. I don't swear at people. I just outfox them. Simple as that.
Oh,
Tyler, Real Bedford, then, mate. So I heard from Jonathan Tompkins, our esteemed friend, that you have followers in America.
Yeah, one of
This is the best question.
one of the
Not the football.
countries. I mean, we've got people dotted all over America. We had some people from Germany last year, some people from like Brazil. It's quite mental how the reach of what Pete is doing
Hmm.
just reaches like the most random places on the planet.
Give us the weirdest. You must have had a few weird messages. Come on. Honestly.
Um,
Offers of marriage.
no, none of those. I mean, to be
We
fair,
would have done.
a lot of them are just really like supportive, and it's quite weird because they don't know anything about me, who I am, but because I'm part of this team that Pete's created and they have decided that they're going to follow, they're now like massive supporters and they just want me to succeed. It's quite a baffling thing that I had never really experienced before.
So you didn't get that at Hanslope, no?
Unfortunately not. Our reach wasn't as
It was the working men's club.
yeah, no. It was just the Watts or the working men's, so it wasn't as big.
So were you there from the start when Pete took over?
Yeah,
Yeah. And so what's because when he came in and took over, it just the whole thing just blew up. It was on the news, it was on BBC Sport, and all sorts of things. So talk us through what happened then, and how it's affected all of you as players as well, because it's just blown up. It's got massive, and you've gone promotion after promotion after promotion.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first messages, I think Rob and Pete basically got all the players together at like the very first season. And they were like, look, there's going to be outside noise. This is something new. It's something that people haven't really seen before. But let us deal with all of that stuff. You just focus on winning football matches and being as good as you can for your teammates and, well, for Rob really. So I mean, yeah, there is a lot of outside noise. Sometimes it is like really hard to ignore, because you saw recently there was that massive investment, and then you've got people behind your goal shouting like you should be on stupid money, or how much you're getting paid, refs being paid, just anything that you can think of to do with money, really. But it's just part and parcel, I guess. We just have to keep doing what we do, and then Pete kind of sorts the rest. We don't really have to worry about it.
Tyler, with the with the abuse thing,
Yes.
now your dad would be over the barriers if he was in goal, being given loads of abuse. I think we can agree on that, can't we?
Yeah, probably.
And I came over to Tring as well. I watched you over at Tring, and I watched you at Leighton, and I think at MK Irish. And like I told you at Leighton, he was getting really aggravated. And I think I said to him, Steve, just chill out, chill out, blah blah.
Yeah.
Do you get do you get a lot of abuse from behind the goals then?
I mean, some teams bring a good following. Some teams kind of struggle just because of distance. But some of the abuses, it's just funny. I don't really mind it too much.
Do you give it back?
Uh, only when it's right to do so. I mean, if we're losing, there's definitely not a time to do it. But it's like if you score, if the chant is good, you try and like rile them up a little bit more. Like we had, well, it was actually Leighton that we had a guy just kept shouting something at me, and I just kept like putting my hands up to try and get him to shout louder. And I mean, it seemed to work, and it kept winding him up. But I like to have a laugh with it. Football's a bit too serious, so it's when someone's offering you an opportunity to kind of relax a little bit, then just take it and have a bit of fun with it.
I think sometimes you find with fans as well, if you're giving it back and it's all a bit sort of jovial, by the end of the game they'll have a bit more respect for you as the opposition player, and they tend to sort of like you a little bit more.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's been times where it's just not right to answer back, and you can tell by the end of the game that they're just annoyed that you haven't really given them anything to go at. But then, like when you do go back at them, they seem to be a little bit more like open to a conversation after the game. They'll say like, "Oh, well done, best of luck for the season." So I mean, it can be hit and miss, but you just kind of got to pick and choose which battles you wanna deal with in the game, and if they're gonna backfire if you throw one in.
Tyler, when you get harangued by someone behind the goal reciting 19th century poetry, you'll know it's me. I'll make up a jaunty little thing. I'm gonna do that next time I watch you, Tyler. Actually, I'm gonna stand next to your dad and see how he reacts. We'll see how your dad reacts.
Yeah, probably affect him more than me.
Yeah, it would. It would. The old hot head.
I'll tell you what I'll do. If I played for Real Bedford, every game I'll just have a £5 note just tucked in my undershort, and if someone gives it, just get it out, wipe your head, and throw it on the floor, and just continue. Yeah, it would just. Because I don't know if you saw recently, you see the Welling now do that documentary, and they've got literally they've done a recording of a game, and he's not on 500 quid a week, but there's that player. The abuse from the away fans, 500 quid a week. I'll be loving that. I'll be fucking dining out on it for weeks. Literally just, there's another 5 lads. There you go, have that one. There you go. Job done. Especially Kingy, he could put 50s out there, to be fair.
And I can assure you that Dan would do that, because when he went to take a free kick on Saturday, he basically shoved this young lad off the ball and said, "I've been here 5 years. Fuck off." So So Tyler, what's the because the football's very important, but this is what's the best bit of abuse you've got? You must have one that sticks out.
Um, what did I have last year? Someone said something about what was it? A budget Andy Carroll. I've had I've had people ask me if I was a man or a woman. Um, just I
Oh,
mean stuff like that. But it's good crack. And
yeah, that's
when
funny.
someone pulls something out like that, you just kind of gotta applaud it and be like, yeah, that
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Budget Andy Carroll.
Oh,
I'm loving that. That's very good.
oh,
What did the other lads get? Did the other lads get because obviously with Pete coming in, he's had his critics obviously doing this project, and he's had nothing but success obviously. But obviously there's obviously you get the rumours swirling around about what the players that are coming in, how much they're on, and now obviously nobody knows because it's all in the club,
Mhm.
and you guys know. But have you guys, any of you guys had any kind of abuse about the money sort of situation, the money side of things, and
I
all that sort
mean,
of.
only if really like if the referee's not having a great game, it will just be like, oh, you've paid him off, or like you've paid the
Yeah.
officials. It's never really too bad. Obviously, they'll throw the stuff at like, oh, you're not very good. How much are you being paid? Like,
Hmm.
just keep throwing money at it, stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff is just recycled, so it's never really that effective. But yeah, the main one is usually about the referee if he's not having a great game. Um, Other than that, it's you can kind of just brush them off.
What about other clubs? Other clubs, because obviously you've gone through step six, five, and now up to four. I remember you guys when you was in step six, you basically walked through the league with ease. But there were other clubs in that league, and even at step five, that were saying stuff, especially online. Do you know what I mean? A lot of this stuff comes from online. Were there a lot of clubs that was themselves that were saying this same sort of stuff?
Uh, Not really. I mean, I think as we've got better and we've kind of established ourselves as a team that actually want to succeed
Hmm.
and keep like going for promotions, people have kind of just respected it a little bit more. And they're kind of like, okay, like, yes, they've got a lot of money, but they are going about it the right way.
Yeah.
Um, so, I mean, yeah, obviously it was new at the time. So people were like, oh, hold on, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
these guys are just throwing money at stuff and it seems to be working. But you kind of realized over the last, what, 4 years that I've been there now, that there is a plan in place. It's not
Yeah.
just throwing however much money at how like whichever players. There's actually a strategy in place to keep building a successful team.
Yeah. And it has to be really, doesn't it? Because otherwise the club wouldn't survive, even with the money that there is in that club.
I,
Um,
I was going
Go
to
on,
say,
go on, Dan.
I was going to say, out of curiosity, has it, because literally you've romped the leagues every year, has it been the case of at step six, the players were so fucking stupidly good for that level, they've just stayed and got step four? Or is it every year, is there a massive turnover of players? Almost you're getting the next crop that are going to win you that league and the next crop.
I mean, it's been a little bit of both. There was quite a bit of changeover between 6, 5, and 4.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, from this year to well, last season to now, there's not really been much of a changeover. I think we only brought in what 5 maybe this year, and we've kept the whole squad from last year. So it's
Okay.
I have seen a lot of players come and go, but at the same time, I've also seen a lot of players stay for a sustained period.
Mm.
Hmm.
Tyler, what I was going to ask is, because well, Bedford Town were traditionally a very. I know they've gone up again, and that they're high up, but traditionally they were a really successful club. I don't know if you lads know, but they used to have a massive ground in the centre of town. Bedford
Yeah.
played like Arsenal in the 50s and things like that. They were really, and in the late 70s they nearly got into the league. Bedford did. Um, Where's your do Bedford Town do you think get the majority of support, and or have you where's your support coming from? Is it people from Bedford, or is it like people, because your mum and dad go every game, don't they? Is
Yeah.
it is it people then is it snowballing like that, mate?
I mean, obviously Bedford Town have been what massively successful last year. I think they've got a quite a big core of followers that have followed them for a long, long time and would never really shift away from that. I think as is just growing because people can see the success that we're having. Obviously, you've got like family members are very consistent in coming to games, but you are seeing more new faces. It's just you will probably see a lot more people over at Bedford Town just because they're more established and they've been around for a longer time. But I'm sure that if we keep being successful, that can change in time.
With because the ground, the pitch, correct me if I'm wrong, but the pitch you're at now, is that the old Bedford United ground? So it's the
Yes.
one next to the Bedford.
Yeah.
Okay. So what will be the scope for if you keep going through though? That's not going to be big enough, is it?
No, I think. Well, don't quote me on this, but I think Pete did say something about trying to move grounds. Obviously, he tried the merger last year with Bedford Town, didn't really work out. For what reason, I don't know. But I think he was looking into moving grounds just because then it gives him his ability to kind of build what he needs, even if we're climbing at the rate that we are now. I don't know if it's sustainable to do it at our ground just because it's not the biggest area that we've got. But I mean, I don't doubt that he has a plan. He's had a plan for everything so far. So yeah.
I think there's enough. There's enough. Funny, I was sat in a car park in Bedford next to massive playing fields, and I think there's plenty of option. You can get the right area in Bedford to grow it. As you say, where it is now, it's right on the A421. You can't really do a lot.
No,
it is what it is. The side where you think, again, I'm trying to go off the top of my head. I'm sat at a completely different sport, but Bedford. I think it's Bedford Athletic Rugby Club. The setup they've got here in terms of non-league rugby is massive. You've got 4G pitch. You've got about another 4 pitches surrounding it, clubhouse, everything. So I think there's the space in Bedford to do it. But I suppose it's getting the right area where you're going to get. Because I can imagine it's parking an absolute nightmare at that place.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Every game.
It's a small car park, isn't it?
Yeah. Even if we've got like barely any people showing up because we've got the boxing gym there as well. It's if people are coming in to do boxing, it's filling up the car park like stupidly fast.
But Dan, can I just say something? I'm not buying for an inch that you've been rugby training. As well as a prolific marksman, I also know you're a prolific dogger. And I actually think you're conducting. Well, I've got Tyler on, a very high level non-league footballer, and you're a dogging site, which is.
My daughter watches this, right? You're talking about her dad going.
Yeah, walking the dog.
I can assure you, Kingy, I don't feel safe in Bedford in a car park. So I'll be honest, I would not be going to explore the local dogging locations. I will be honest with you, mate. But no, I have been Bedford Blues. Give them a little bit of a promotion out here. I've been, teaching kids to smash each other. Anyway,
Tyler, I just wanted to ask you quickly that your last season at Step 5 in the Spartan Prem, there was we covered it on we had a radio show in Buckingham, but it was a bit of an epic battle between you and MK Irish for that top spot. What were they like? Because they've just won promotion up to Step 4 now. But what was it like coming up against them?
I mean, MK Irish was kind of a team that it was like if they weren't going to win, they definitely weren't going to lose. Like they just never seemed to really concede any goals. They made it tough for us every time we played them. I mean, obviously we got a bit over them in the end, and they kind of fell off towards the end of the season. But it wasn't really until the point that we got one over on them that it then kind of shifted back in our favour, and then we just kind of steamrolled the rest of the season. But they followed us for maybe 95%.
They had, if I remember rightly, Dan, they had quite a few games in hand, didn't they?
They did. We kind of.
It was about them catching up.
Yeah, we kind of fell apart near like the Christmas period, and we'd like drawn a few games, and then they just kept on winning and winning and winning, and then we played each other, and I think they needed to win to like go 4 points or something clear. It was either we won or we drew.
I was there. You drew at Manor Fields, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was watching that day. Yeah.
No, like we had chances to win that game, and like we finished 0-0. pretty much escaped with the point. And then just from that point, we just kicked on and just kept rolling teams, and they just, I don't know, kind of ran out of steam, I guess.
Yeah.
So something I'd love to ask, right? Because in around that league, you're all going to know each other. You'll probably know a lot of their players. Do you believe when they got promoted, they come out BBC Sport, we're only paying our players £30 a point? I can tell by your face already. Bullshit or true?
If I'm honest, I don't know the insides and outs. I've got a couple of friends that play for us now that played for Irish the season that we were against them. I don't know. I don't want to believe it just because I know that they've definitely got more money than they say they do. But
Yeah.
if that is the case, then fair play. You've got players grafting every week to get them promoted, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Nah, fair enough.
Dan's thinking he's going to open up the Shanghai coffers, Tyler, and get you, he's going to get you over to Dean's Hangar. He's going to lure you away from the bright lights.
It's been a long time since I played for Dean's Hangar.
Proper football club, shit pitch, bobbly. It's a leveler. As a keeper, it'd be a fucking nightmare to play on that team.
Yeah, it was. It was. I haven't played that since I was, maybe 9 or 10.
Oh. Well, I'll take Alan at the beginning of the show. Kingy gave a 25-minute download on his debut.
No.
Yeah, we've already been there. Yeah.
I just said I got stick, Dan. I sent a message out to Dan. I said it's going to the group, Tyler. So I sent a message out saying it will take, I think, 20 minutes before I get the old twat call and all that. The stick that, the abuse you talk about.
Yeah.
It's even worse for me because there's 3 people watching our games and they're shouting at me. And I just said to you, it took about 17 minutes, didn't it, Dan? 17 minutes, and then the cacophony, the cacophony of calls from the Bletchley Scott Army just started. But
to be fair, I'm pretty sure it was their centre half just went, "Fuck me, you're old," or something along those lines.
fucking ruined him in the air, though, didn't I?
Oh, here we go. Anyway,
Tyler, so how have you found the step up through the levels yourself? Because obviously you've been there from the beginning. So have you found the step up through the levels, and in terms of the teams you're coming across, the players you're playing against, and the coaching as well? Has Rob had to sort of step up his coaching levels as well?
Every year it's got harder. I mean, as you'd expect. A lot of teams play quite similarly. It's just as you go higher, it's teams they're just better at doing it. Like I'll use Burko from last year as an example. They're your typical team that when they get it, they'll try and load the box. They'll get it up to a big 9 and then they'll play off of him. But some teams will try it and it just won't be effective. But Burko were like incredibly effective at it last year when we played them away from home. It just gets harder every year, and you've got to focus on different stuff. So what I focused on last year, I probably will have to focus on, but I'll have new things that I've got to get better at this year, as opposed to year 1, 2, 3, etc. It's just new challenges.
And you get an extra coaching. So I think in the beginning it was Rob and 1 or 2 coaches. As more coaches come in to help out, as you've gone up.
Yeah, we had, what did we have? 3 coaches last year, and then we had a goalkeeper coach as well. This year is the same. Obviously, I get my time with the goalkeeper coach, and I owe a lot to him. He's been incredible for me for the last, 3 seasons. This coming into my 4th.
he's a postie, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
We have 2 lads who skip training because their dad works for him, so he gets them into the ground for free to come watch the games.
Yeah, he's quite well known across non-league football. From what I know, he was incredibly good in goal, played for Bedford Town and stuff like that. And then Rob's a little bit more tactical. We get Ducks to go over like more of the general stuff, like your set pieces, your defending, crosses, etc. But Rob's stuff is a bit more like how we play out, how we want to move through the thirds, etc. So it's definitely his fingerprint all over it. But then you've got the little additions of the other coaches that just kind of glue it all together, I guess.
That just
Awesome.
lost
And
all
I
the
said
North
this.
Bucks players then, didn't it? Playing through the
Yeah.
thirds, Dan. Playing through the thirds.
Just fucking get it forward and try and win a flick on. That's basically our standard of football, King. Fucking- And then all I'm going to do is blame the winger because he can't get on the end of a flick on. I mean, I've done my job.
Exactly. So, Tyler, you're the record. Are you the record appearance holder then at Real Bedford? You got to be in, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Being the custodian, ever, always there.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully this season it's 200 appearances at some point, which is pretty mental reflecting on it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How old are you, Tyler?
22.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
He started young as well then.
He had a tough paper round, Tyler, didn't he? Tough paper round you had.
Yeah.
And so go.
At that level, with someone who's investing as much as he is, that's some going to stick around, climb through the levels, and not get the sorry, I can go get an ex League Two goalkeeper to come down and do it, and that's fair play. It's good going.
Yeah.
Kingy would have been up the door.
There's definitely people eyeing it up every now and then to like drop down to the levels, but I've just got to be thankful that Rob's kind of continued his faith in me as we've gone forward. And then I just try my best to repay it every week.
Made in Hanslope, you see, Dan. Mate, the reason I've realised you left Hanslope is because now this is another little rumour I heard.
Sorry.
Another little rumour I heard from your mother, Tyler, that you don't drink.
No, I don't. No, I
So
don't.
you would never have lasted in the Hanslope changing room, would you? With the drinking,
No,
the
I would not.
drinking and debauchery that went on in that place. Yeah, your mum said to me, I said, "Does he not go?" And she was like, "No, doesn't drink."
No.
So dedicated.
Fair play.
Yeah, fair play to you, mate. Do you still work in the working man's club though?
No. I work in I teach in primary schools now. So it's
Are you a teacher as well, are you?
yeah, PE teacher, yeah.
Ah, he's got it made.
Right.
So looking to the future, Tyler. Before we let you go, obviously you're happy where you are, clearly. What's the situation when it comes to contracts? Is it just 1 year deals every year, or you signed up to a multiple? I say multiple, but usually it's only two.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just take it year by year. I've just got to keep doing what I've been doing for the last however many years. Just keep getting better, and then hopefully next year we sit down, have a conversation. He goes, "Look, I wanna keep going, and you're the guy that I want to keep doing it with." So yeah, I mean, that's just how I take it. Game at a time. When we get to the end of the season, we'll deal with it then. And then what will be will be. We just kind of keep moving forward.
Is the ambition, like most players your age, to play as high as you possibly can, whether it's with Real Bedford or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always joke about it with my goalkeeper coach, but we always say about going to play in Spain or just somewhere abroad. I'd love to be in a position where I can say, look, I don't need to work anymore because I can go and play football and live off of that. That is the ultimate goal. Whether we get there or not, it's just time will tell. But I will just keep working hard and seeing what I can do.
States, Tyler, get to the States.
I've heard the States is good, so
with an English accent it is.
Right, yeah, I think we'll cut it off there. Tyler, thanks for coming on. It's been great chatting and getting to know you and getting to know about the club as well. And hopefully we have a good successful season this season with Real Bedford and with them in the future.
And we'll get you on again, Tyler, if that's all right, mate.
Yeah, go for it.
Do they do player sponsorship at Real Bedford?
I don't know.
Yeah, they would.
I don't know.
I'm sure they will do. We're already sponsoring a player, though, aren't we?
Yeah, but we can do another. We can do one from the UCL, one from. I mean, Kingy will front this one. Knows his parents. Kingy will front it.
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to bankrupt me at this rate, Dan.
I'll sponsor you, Tyler. I'll sponsor you. You know,
yeah, I don't actually know if we do it.
Just when you make it to this, when you make it pro in the States, that you remark when you're on the David Letterman show, that you say it all started when you're 45-year-old centre half in front of you.
45? 49.
I was 45. Tyler probably can't remember this, but when he left the club, I think he was quite emotional. You sent me a message, Tyler, saying
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
thanks. What was it? So thanks so much
Oh,
for letting me play for your club.
fuck
Lovely
off.
stuff. Lovely stuff. It's what we do.
Top stuff.
What
Top
we
This
stuff.
do.
is what we do.
I'm going to sponsor you, Tyler. I'm gonna get onto the scene and sponsor you. As long as you can get me to get us into a game, then, mate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Top man, legend. What a
I'm
legend.
sure. As a group, we'll all try and get down to a game as well at some point this season.
Oh,
And
it's on my doorstep. So, yeah,
yeah.
Kingy can pick me up on the way past.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Kettering coming up pretty soon, so that'll be
Ooh,
quite a big game.
yeah.
And that'll be at home as well. So if you want to get down to that
Yeah.
one, that'll be good.
We
Yeah,
can only
yeah,
do
brilliant.
night
Yeah,
games,
we'll
though.
sort something out. We'll sort something out.
Cool.
Right, yeah. Again, like I said, thanks Tyler for
Yeah,
coming on.
cheers,
Don't go
Tyler.
away. We'll have a little chat. Dan, Mike, thanks for Dan, thanks for turning up.
Mate, weren't going to have me at all. So,
No good dog insights there. Look,
no, it's a bit shit round here, mate.
I just see some headlights flashing.
Not in this car park, mate. No.
Right. Anyway, yeah. Thanks,
Cheers, boys.
thanks everyone for coming on. Thanks to everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. We'll be back pretty soon with another episode.
Cheers.